Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 10 maths. The chapter today we discuss that is quadratic equations. Here are the list of the lessons. So first lesson today we start that is solve a quadratic equation using square roots. Solve an equation using the zero product property. Complete the square. Solve a quadratic equation by factoring. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using the email and the passwords that are provided by the administrator. Go to the subject tab, select maths from there, scroll down to the grade 10, view all chapters. So here are the list of the chapters and we are on the chapter that is quadratic equation. Let's continue and the list of the lessons. We already covered the first four, then let's start this one. Solve a quadratic equation. How many real solutions does the equation have? This is v square is equals to minus 59. As we can see that, look at here. These four steps you need to understand. If x square equals a positive number, okay? If your x is a positive number, then there are two solutions. If x square is equals to 0, there is only one solution. But if x square is negative, then it has no solution. Okay? What does it mean? They are saying that for example, if your x value, if your x square is a positive number like 4, so two solutions. Okay? There are two solutions for that. If your x square that is some negative value, there is no solution. And if your x square is equals to 0, it has only one solution. This is the basically steps you need to understand. Let's suppose like how it's not a solution. For example, your x square is equals to minus 4. You are taking the square root on both sides. This should be cancelled. So x is equals to negative square root 4. So this is not a proper solution for that. Okay, there is no solution for this. But when you are going, is there any positive number? It has a solution. Like how? For example, x square is equals to 100. Let's suppose x square that is equals to 100 square root, and now they just put the sign of plus minus with it. Okay, this should be cancelled, that is x, and here is plus minus 10. Why? How is it? Because 10 times 10 is 100, then 10 square, then this should be cancelled, and here is 10. So your x is plus 10, then your x is minus 10. There are two values for x. If the solution is positive, if your x value is positive. Now the y square is 68. When you're going to solve, it's all up to you. Otherwise, it's just saying that it has two real solutions. Okay? It's negative one, no real solution. Now let's discuss the test questions. W square is equals to 16. Let's solve it. Taking square root. So this should be cancelled. Here is w. 4 times 4. 4 square. This should be cancelled. So w is plus 4 and minus 4. There are two solutions for that. Let's see. This is plus 4 and minus 4. 8 and 2 is also 16. Someone is confused like these two numbers are multiply, and then we can say that this is not basically this is not even to solve. So you just properly solve and then check it out if this is some positive values. So there is no real solution. Y square is equals to 68. Yes, there are two real solutions because it's some positive value. Okay. D square is equals to 49. Let's do it. Now let's take a square root. This should be cancelled. 7 times 7. 7 square should be cancelled. So your D is plus 7 and your D is minus 7. Okay, so it's plus 7 and minus 7. Alright, it's negative value, no real solution. It's too very, we are already finding it out. Plus 10 and minus 10. Hope you guys understand this lesson. Solve the rest of the test questions by yourself regarding this lesson, okay? It's just you're going to check it out which one has a real solution, which one has no real solution, which one has the two real solutions. If for example your x square value is equals to some positive number, so these are two real solutions. And if your x square value is some negative number, there is no real solution. But if your x square value is equals to 0, it has only one real solution. Now let's discuss the next lesson. Solve a quadratic equation using the zero product property. So how to finding it out this one? Three z is equals to 2z minus 1. That is equals to 0. So if you have a question like this way, so what we do for that, outside digit is also equals to 0, inside of the bracket numbers also equals to 0. When you're going to put outside numbers is equals to 0, so this is 3z is equals to 0. So what is value of z? That is 0 because both the sides divided by 3. Now 2z minus 1 is equals to 0, and finding it out that value 2z is equals to plus 1 when you're going to move, and then dividing both sides with 2, So this should be cancelled and z is equals to 1 by 2. There are two values of z here. First value is 0 and then it's half. Okay. Now you guys solve this one. 8h 2h minus 9. So how can we solve it? Now you guys solve this one. Solve it everyone, just tell me the answer in the chat. We are going to put outside is equals to 0 and then inside of the bracket is equals to 0. Now both are divided over 8. This should be cancelled and h is equals to 0. Now for this we are going to put first of all 2h is equals to 9. Now dividing on both sides with 2. From this side it should be cancelled, so h is equals to 9 by 2. Or otherwise you are going to divide 9 over the 2. 2 times 5 is done. So this is 4.5. Okay. 0, 9 by 2 or 4. Let's do the test questions. So here is v minus 1 and then 2v minus 9. So how can we solve it? Both the brackets equals to 0. Okay. Just put both the brackets equals to 0 and then finding it out the answer. So I'm going to do it like this way. Both of it can be equals to 0. Okay. Now from this v value is 1, but from this v value is 9 by 2. 1 and 9 by 2. Let's go with this option, and this is the right answer. All right, now let's discuss the next. Solve for y. 3y is equals to y plus 6. So both separately equals to 0. First of all, we put 3y equals to 0, and then we put y plus 6 is equals to 0. So value of y is 0 from this side, and value of y is minus 6, okay, from this side. So this is 0 and minus 6. Let's go with it and then check. Yes, this is the right answers. Okay. Now 6t plus 1, 3t minus 4. Let's write it. 6t plus 1, 3t minus 4, that is equals to 0. Now separately both equals to 0 and then just finding it out the answer. First of all, we are going to solve this one separately, moving 1 that become negative, dividing both with the 6. 6 should be cancelled, so t is equals to 1 by 6. Then 3t is equals to 4 and t is equals to 4 by 3. How? We are just going to divide on both sides with 3. This side should be cancelled, and here is the answer is 4 by 3. Minus 1 by 6 and 4 by 3. Let's see. Yes, this is the right answer. 3d plus 8 and d plus 7. Let's do it. D. Now both separately equals to 0, and then just check. Okay. So 3d plus 8 is equals to 0. This separately, and then d plus 7 is equals to 0 separately. Now for this side, 8 is moving, it become negative 8, dividing both side over the 3. So this side should be cancelled, and here the answer is minus 8 over 3. Now d is equals to, here is plus 7, here is minus 7. Minus 8 by 3 and minus 7. Let's go with this one. So here we go. This is the right answer. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So we just separately equals to all bracket 0 and then just finding it out the value. Okay. So let's start the next lesson. Solve the rest of the test questions regarding this lesson by yourself. Okay. So we have covered solve an quadratic equation using square roots. Then we covered solve an equation using the zero product property. Now complete the squares. So complete the square. How to do it? Fill in the numbers that makes the polynomial a perfect square quadratic. D square plus 22d, last digit is missing. So how can we add it? We add b by 2. This is a complete square. What is a here? This is the d square term. What is b here? The 22d terms. Okay. So we're dividing the b over the 2 and then taking the square. So this is b is 22 over 2, then taking the square, and in this way this should be completing the square. Okay, let's do it. D square plus 22d d square plus 22d plus here is missing place. How to put this missing place? B by 2 taking square. What is b here? First of all, I'm going to write a is 1 and this is 1 here, the d square term. What is b, which is 22? So here we put b by 2 whole square. Okay, that missing place, b by 2 whole square. And from this missing place we just put it 22 over 2 whole square, and the remaining term as it is, d square plus 22d. This should be same, d square plus 22d, then plus 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 11. So here is 11 square. What is the answer of 11 square? This is 121. So d square plus 22d plus 121. And this is your value of missing number. Now for this, complete the square, fill in the numbers that makes the polynomial a perfect square, quadratic. S square plus 28s b by 2 whole square. S square plus 28s plus what is b? 28 over 2 whole square. Divide 22 over 2. What is the answer? That is 14 square. Now what is the 14 square? You just check it out and then write your answer. Now let's do the test questions. Complete the square, fill in the numbers that makes the polynomial a perfect square quadratic. W square minus 20w, and here is the missing. That is b by 2 whole square. What is b? B over 2 whole square. W square minus 20w. Now w square minus 20w, 2 times 1, 2 times 10, plus 10 square, w square minus 20w plus 100. So the missing value is 100. Okay, and this is the right answer. M square plus 18m m square plus 18m plus here the missing, that is b by 2 whole square. M square plus 18m plus what is b? That is 18 over 2 whole square. M square is 18m, 2 times 9 is 18 plus 9 whole square. Now m square plus 18m plus 181. 81. 9 times 9 is 81. And this is your missing number. So here we are just completing the square terms. Okay, we are just going to check it out which one is the square, and then we divide it over the 2 of b value, and then just taking the square in the end and finding it out the third value. S square plus 20s, s square plus 20s plus b by 2 whole square. Now s square s square plus 20s plus what is b? 20 by 2 whole square. Now s square plus 20s plus 10 square. 2 times 10 is 20. Okay, s square plus 20s plus 100. So this is your c value, that is 100. So now the next, let's do it. V square minus 18v plus, here is the missing, that is b by 2 whole square. So what is b? 18 by 2 whole square, and the remaining term is as it is. Okay, so v square minus 18v plus 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 9 is 18, so it's 9 square. So v square minus 18v plus 81, and now here is the missing number, that is 81. Understand this lesson as well, so solve the rest of the test questions regarding this lesson by yourself. Missing number, that. Now let's start the last lesson of the day, which is complete the square. This is again the same thing. Quadratic equation by factoring. This is the last lesson. We already done with that one. Okay. Solve one quadratic equation by factoring. So here, wait, just stuck due to some reason. Let's do it here. Solve quadratic equation using factorizing now. Okay. Now we just make a factors for that, and then we just write it down. All right. Let me just open. I'm going to back it. Sorry about that. I'm going to do it again. Solve a quadratic equation by factoring. N square minus 5n plus 4. First of all, we make factor. What is the step first? We make a factor of these. How to make a factor? Look at here. I'm going to write it here. N square minus 5n plus 4. For making the factors, what we do, we just take, we multiply these two digits. This is 4 because here it's 1. Now we are making the factors of 4. Okay. Factor of 4 is basically you are going to multiply the numbers, then you get the answer 4. But when you add or subtract these factors, then you get the answer of the middle number. So I'm going to take the factors of 4n minus 1n plus 4. Okay, look at here. 4 is multiplied with the 1, the answer is 4. But when you add up minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5n. Now take common on first two digits is n. 1 n is common, so only 1 is left. Here n is common, only 4 is left. Minus 1 again common. Now there is n as it is. There is minus sign, plus sign can be changed into negative, and then 4 as it is. Now the one factor I'm going to write it outside the brackets, that is n minus 1, and the other factor we're going to write it inside of the bracket. These both are same, so we just put it only 1, n minus 4. Now both are equals to 0. We are going to put both equals to 0. What is the value of n here? That is 1. What is the value of n here? That is 4. These are the two values of n. Okay, this is it. 2k, k square minus 2k is equals to 0. So for this one, which thing is common in all of it? First of all, the thing we check that is common, then we take factors, then we apply some formula. So k is common, 1k is left here, there is k common, only 2 is left here, that's equals to 0. It becomes the brackets, so separately equals to 0, k is equals to 0, k minus 2 is equals to 0. Here value, here the answer is 0, and now k is equals to plus 2. 0 and 2 are the answers. Now let's discuss the next. P square minus 16p plus 15. Now we make the factors. So the factors are p square minus 15p minus 1p plus 15. You're gonna multiply, then you get the answer 15. Add up, then you get the answer 16. P is common, so p minus 15 in first two. Now 1 is common. P minus 15, according to this negative sign is changed for these two. How to put it? We just put it outside of the bracket and 1 is inside of the bracket. Separately equals to 0. Now, what are the answers? P is equals to 1, P is equals to 15. This is it. J square minus 11j is equals to 0. Let's do it. So which thing is common? J is common. Putting outside 1j, and here is j minus 11. J is equals to 0. J minus 11 is equals to 0. So j is equals to 0 and j is equals to plus 11. These two values. Let's see, is there any option for j0 and j11? Yes, it's here. Let's go with it. V square plus 37v is equals to 0. So now taking v common, so v plus 37, that is equals to 0. Now for first, v is equals to 0, v plus 37 is equals to 0, v is equals to minus 37, and here v is 0. So 0 and 37 with the minus sign, that is your answer. Yeah, 0 and minus 37 is the answer. Okay, that is the correct option. So now k square minus 2k is equals to 0. So k square minus 2k, that is equals to 0. Taking k common, that becomes k minus 2. Inside of it, both separately is equals to 0. So from here k is equals to 2. So 0 and 2. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. So today we discussed the grade 10 maths. The chapter today we covered, that is quadratic equation. Solve a quadratic equation using a square roots. Solve an equation using the zero product property. Complete the square. Solve a quadratic equation by factoring. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using the email enter provided by the administrator. So before starting the next session, you guys make sure to practice all these lessons. And if you still need any help in any of the question, you can contact tutors by using this live chat button, putting your department and name, and then just send. In this way, you directly contact with the tutors. So for now, have a great day, you all. Bye.